want those butterflies coming around in your backyard, in your front yard, well, a good thing to get is the Asclepias. So right now from Roberta's, we have the Asclepias, no choice to make, right? Because we're getting everything that we see here, saving over $8 today. 3 easy payments of $8.33 and free shipping and handling. This is very popular as well. Over 16,000 ordered this year alone.
That's incredible.
And I know it's one of the favorites for this reason. I mean, they are beautiful, but more beauty to add to the garden. Why not bring in the butterflies?
Exactly. Well, this particular plant, the Asclepias, is, Rosina, it is the only food source in the world for the monarch butterfly caterpillar. So this is the only plant that they eat. But unfortunately, you know, due to farming and construction coming up, they just can't find it enough in the wild. And so as a direct result of not having enough food, they are now considered an endangered species.
No way.
So by planting this in our gardens, like you see there, it's absolutely stunning. These bright, beautiful colors for us, but you are going to be a part of the solution, truly, in helping save the monarch butterfly, which is one of my most favorite butterflies around.
Exactly. Now, okay, so Steph Pauline is joining me, and Devin is behind the scenes because he's coming on a little bit later as well. So, Steph, what exactly? So we're getting all of these, everything we see here.
That's right. So native Asclepias, you know, that the monarchs used to be able to find would grow like 7, 8 feet tall. It wasn't that pretty. We wouldn't really want it in our gardens. They didn't really care. But for us, we sometimes call this collection the butterfly bouquet collection because it is a more compact, beautiful variety that's going to give you these bright colors that you're seeing. So this is called Cinderella Pink. Then we have the orange, the Apollo Orange, and the Hello Yellow down there. So you're getting all 3 of these bright, beautiful colors. These flowers that are just filled with nectar, so you'll be providing food for all of our pollinators. But then it is the foliage that is so important because the monarch butterflies, they'll fly around, and once she finds your plants, she'll actually lay her eggs on the underside of these leaves. And once those eggs hatch into the caterpillar, they're gonna eat their hearts out. They're gonna fill their bellies with these leaves, likely eat all of your leaves, and don't worry because they grow right back. And then they're going to go into the chrysalis and emerge the monarch butterfly.
That's incredible. I mean, and actually, why not be part of that solution?
Absolutely.
So we already want to make our gardens gorgeous, right? With color, with flowers, with foliage. We're going to be doing it with this, but then you can feel good that you are helping an endangered species. I think that's so awesome. Now, where should we plant these?
Great question. So I have one of the 3. So you are getting all 3 colors. Now, these are winter hardy perennials. So this one plant will turn into something that looks like this after probably the 2nd season. But that said, this very first year, even though, you know, it'll be a little bit smaller, the monarchs will still find your yards. These are like well, it is their only food source, and they wear these like special goggles to find every house that grows it. It's really spectacular to see them coming in and out of the yard. And so imagine, you know, maybe you have nieces and nephews or grandchildren who live across the country. You could do a build to, ship to, and they could experience the beauty as well.
I think that's so special. And then, can we put them in pots and also in the ground?
Absolutely. So they love full sun. That's really their only requirement, is you want to give them a full day of hot sun. Once they are established by about that 2nd year, they're extremely drought tolerant as well. I grow them in San Diego. We don't really use our sprinkler system. We want to save water, and they thrive. So really, you know, plant these somewhere that gets a lot of sun, but most importantly, somewhere where you're going to see them, because you want to be able to go out and see all the caterpillars eating the leaves, and then eventually you'll start to see the monarchs coming and enjoying your plants, and it really is like one of the most beautiful things to experience.
I can imagine, and I'm thinking about me with the 3-year-old at home that he's learning about all of that stuff,
awesome.
Right? And it would be so fun to be able to experience that, like you said, grandchildren, nieces and nephews, or just for yourself to be able to not just experience the beauty of nature, but actually watch it happen. It's like a science experiment.
Exactly. And I know we sometimes have a video by Sandra Bennett. Her family actually grew these, and then they brought the caterpillars inside an aquarium and they fed them, and then they got to release the butterflies back out into Mother Nature. So you could do something like that with your kids, maybe even get a collection for your kid's science teacher or your science class. And then, oh, excellent. So here you see it. So her husband made this video, and it is absolutely spectacular. They did the time lapse, and then eventually they are able to release them back into Mother Nature. You could do this with your kids. It's Something.
Oh my goodness,
It
that's
is
so
much
cool.
fun to experience and to watch, and then you feel good because you know that you're helping, give back to Mother Nature.
Yeah. And really, I mean, you don't have to do anything. The plants, nature,
Yeah, you just
does
keep
it all.
feeding them. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's absolutely right.
It's not like you actually have to do the science experiment.
You are, yeah, you're growing
doing
it.
by growing it and having it look
Exactly.
beautiful. And you don't have to choose. We're getting all three
That's right.
of these plants, and you could put them in the containers like this, and obviously put them around your backyard, or if you have just a balcony,
deck,
right,
exactly.
a deck, or plant them in the ground. They're perennial, so they come back every single year.
Totally, that's exactly right. And they're extremely winter hardy at that, so they can take temperatures down to about -30. So if there's one plant, Rosina, that I like to say every garden really can grow it and should grow it, it's this collection, because not only do you get these beautiful kind of flower umbels with these bright colors, but you really are going to be part of the solution in saving an endangered species. I mean, I cannot imagine a world where my nieces and nephews, grandchildren, wouldn't experience monarch butterfly. I want to do everything I can to make sure that they are around forever.
And the flowers themselves are really pretty. They look like little, like cotton balls on top. They're
exactly.
so cute.
Yes, they're absolutely darling, and they're filled with nectar. So the monarchs, once they do become the butterfly, they're going to keep coming back to your yard because they know that the flowers are just as important and delicious as the foliage. And I saw my first North American giant swallowtail in my house last year, and they came specifically for these plants. And that butterfly was like 8 inches large. It was spectacular. You will see some really beautiful things if you plant this in your outdoor spaces.
Basically, it's a 5-star hotel for the monarch butterfly.
Absolutely.
And for everything else too.
That's right.
So M132051 is the item number for this. We're saving over $8, and they come home to you with free shipping and handling, just like everything else in our show.